iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them four abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
TV's coverage of the Northwest Truck Series, sponsored by Walls Beer Co., Sarge's Place, Bolt Vapes, The Hungry Dragon, and Sasquatch Crossing. Tonight, the series makes its way to the Kentucky Speedway for the running of the Sim Stuff 150 for 100 laps of on-track action. Joining me tonight in the booth is Donovan Johns. How you doing tonight, bud?
Doing much better. Under the weatherness has been passed on. Now, got my voice back, got my attitude back, and we're ready to do some racing here at Kansas.
We don't need that attitude.
All right, gotcha.
All right. Not exactly your typical fast times here as Ryan right now. It's a provisional pole. 2 minutes left.
Provisional P6. A couple of other guys who are Marcus Tracy laying out a good time as well. So it should be a good run.
Yeah, Marcus Tracy, I believe this is either his second or third race here with us here in the Northwest Truck Series. You got Brett Johnson back out here for another week. We do have a newcomer to 19 of Nick Kuhn. He's qualified all the way back in 18th. I'm probably going to try to ride around, get a feel for the other drivers, and look forward to seeing him try to make his way through the field here tonight.
Yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain here. I know the name looks a little bit familiar in the Northwest area here, but I can't place driving styles or anything like that. So kind of a dark horse coming out here tonight. But beyond that, looking at the weather for tonight, looks like we are at 78 degrees and it's partly cloudy with a nice track temp at 78 degrees. Should be some nice grippy racing to start with, and things should be in long run times should be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, we got about 15 seconds before we get to gridding here. Of course, last week, I think we were in Iowa last week. Mark Walls won that race. A little bit of padding on his championship lead over Wayne Hutchinson. 11 points now separate 1 and 2, and Sean Brightsman in third right now in the points. 23 back. Those are your only winners in the Northwest Truck Series so far this season.
Right, and right now we do apologize for having a little bit of a video issue happening here. So for those of you watching on iRacing Live and on Off-Camera TV on YouTube, apologize for what's going on there. We'll do our best to keep the audio going, let you know what's going on. Right now, we are gridding up for the start of this race. Wes, go ahead and tell us where we're lined up at.
All right, starting grid for
Speaking of which, what were all the pace car
Kentucky. It goes as follows. Chad Parker is on the pole with a 31.13. Then we have 17 of Ryan Maines to his outside. Andrew Williams qualified in the third position. Then you have Andy Vogt in fourth, and Jeff Stabnow making a good qualifying effort, rounding out your top five. You got Sean Brightsman sixth, Mark Walsh seventh, Marcus Tracy eighth, Dan Stussy in ninth, and the 16 of Kip Leo is going to round out your top 10. Wayne Hutchinson back in 11th. 12th went to Brett Johnson. William Fletcher in 13th. Gary LaViolette in 14th. Nathan Little 15th. 16th is Gary Nichols. Carl Burke back in 17th. 18th is Nick Kuhn. Trenton Barrington back in 19th. 20th is Nicholas Bishop. And taking provisionals for tonight will be the 4 of Brian Barnes, 31 of Drew Lalonde, 91 Scott Hutchison, and the 85 of Scott Kukas.
Yeah, we have a 24 truck field tonight, one of the biggest starting fields we've had for the most part of this year. Northwest Truck Series has been hitting about 20-22 trucks on a regular basis. So it's nice to see a couple of extra drivers out here tonight to do some competition.
And a couple of fresh paint schemes out here tonight as well. Mark Walls has changed to the Lowe's side of things from the Cobalt side of things on that number 29 Walls Beard Code machine. You got back behind him the 53 Carl Burke has got some new threads on tonight. Very nice salute to our veterans here on that 53 machine. The 19 has the American Cancer Society on board. Who else? Scott Hutchinson has got a nice little throwback. Spears truck. I can't remember who drove it. I know the name, but I cannot remember who drove it in the Craftsman Truck Series when it was that. And there was another person out here who had a fresh paint on. I cannot remember.
Nathan Little. I'm not sure if he ran last week or not, but he's got the target paint scheme on that 42.
It's the 28 William Fletcher.
Ah, Fletcher. Yeah, I was just looking. He's got that rust gut look on. That is a good look. Oh, it's Tomater. Zooming in close on there.
Nice.
He's got a little caution tape Tomater action on the 28. That should be interesting to watch Fletcher tonight.
Yeah, hopefully it's not an omen.
Well, it is the Northwest Truck Series here on Off Camera TV. They are pretty well known at this point for some pretty interesting starts in the first few laps. Let's see if we can keep all four tires underneath each truck and see what these guys can do once this track goes green.
Here we go. Pace car is off. Green flag's in the air. And we are underway here for the Sim Stuff 150 at Kentucky. Chad Barker gets out to a good start. 17 of Ryan Mays looking to dive beneath him. Andrew Williams almost there to shut the door. Can't get there. We got two wide action behind him with Stab now in the 24 and the 10 Andy Vogt. Getting worked on by Brightsman and Walls.
Yeah, these guys, Brightsman, oh my gosh, he is just driving hard on that 24 there. Man, these guys are aggressive, trying to get back into the front. Walls and Brightsman not normally seen this far back in the field on start, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. The 17-16 all battling for position.
I got Deuce inside. She's leaving that little bit back here. She's fighting hard outside there. Kip Leo going to lose a little bit of time there. Going to give the spot up to Wayne Hutchison in that one truck as Stussey's pulling ahead of this little battle right now. Almost 3 wide coming out of 4.
Oh, man, these guys are beating and banging. Leo wisely backs it up, takes up to the high line up behind the 83. As a 42, he's starting to stick his nose in here.
Oh, yeah, we're 3 wide. 3 wide right now. Nathan Little in that 42 target machine outside of the 68 of the Violet and the Sargent's Place truck. Kip Leo to the outside and a Hungry Dragon yellow number 16. Drag racing down the backstretch. The Violet has the advantage into the turn.
Yeah, these guys are aggressively beating and banging on each other here. We are looking for some good quality running here. Hopefully, oh, look at them all pass the line. There's a tight group action right here at the mid-pack.
Yeah, Nathan Little stuck in no man's land right now in the middle of this. Brian Barnes, the 8 on the, or Gary Nichols, excuse me, on the inside. Oh, 8 is loose. He's gone. Gary Nichols.
Big wrecking. Kip Leo involved in that.
As well as the 83 Marcus Tracy, the 8 of Gary Nichols, going to have to take his one fast repair. They do get a fast repair for these races. 8 just getting loose on the bottom there, coming out of 2, hitting the exit a little bit too low. And then side note, Kip Leo and Marcus Tracy got into it rolling down the back stretch.
One thing to point out here is just before that caution came out, Ryan Maines of the 17 truck did get around Chad Barker in the 18 to take the lead.
Good to see that 17 truck running good so far in their early going. Going to see if we have any takers for pit lane early off in the race. We've completed 4 laps. We're working lap number 5 of the scheduled 100 tonight, and it doesn't look like any of the top 5. Looks like the furthest back at 11th, Gary LaViolette. Actually, William Fletcher decides to come on down. Car stays out behind him, though. That would be Carl Burke in the 53. Going to stay out. So everybody from Fletcher on back, minus Burke, coming down to get service on their trucks.
Yeah, look at the through the field here. It looks like quite a few guys got through that whole thing clean, including Nicholas Bishop. His bright yellow truck here is looking fantastic. And keep on browsing through here real quick.
Yeah, Fletcher wins the race off pit road. LaViolette, Little, looks like Barnes, and then Johnson is going to be your top 5 exiting the pits. Catching back up to the tail end of the field. Nobody's lapped down, so we should have a quick caution here. Might get the lights off the pace car this time by.
Yeah, looking through current truck standings right now. Mark Walls is our dominant truck. He is currently sitting in P5 on the track right now, but he is P1 all over the points in the Northwest Truck Series standings. He has 7 wins, and Wayne Hutchinson sitting second, has 1 win. Sean Brightsman, he's in third on the board for the championship points this year. Looking a little further down into the Rookie of the Year standings, Brian Barnes and Jeff Stabnow in a tight competition for Rookie of the Year. Brian Barnes with 303 points, Jeff Stabnow with 294. These guys have been battling on track all year long, and so hopefully one of these guys will be able to start pulling off or getting to that point where you need to start establishing yourself to be able to pull that championship win.
Yeah, definitely a tight battle for that Rookie of the Year spot. Right now, I believe Stabnow is ahead of, yes he is. He's 7th on the track, and Brian Barnes is 15th on the track. And it's not unusual for Barnes to be riding around in the back for the majority of the first part of these races, as we've seen that time and time again for a lot of these guys back here. But pretty much every single race this season, the only guy to finish in the top 10 is that number 1 of Wayne Hutchinson.
Yeah, Wayne, he is due for getting himself a win. He's shown some good speed lately. He is shown some aggression, and he's got that truck dialed in nicely. So hopefully here next week, here real soon, he should be able to pull something off.
Yeah, next week we go back to Daytona, so that's pretty much anybody's game there.
Yep, that all goes out the window. Never mind. Yep, that'll just be pray for the best and see what happens.
And the pace car has got him lining up 2 by 2 behind him. I don't know if there was a little contact between 24 and 1 there, but that looked pretty close.
Yep. All right, look at the leader in that beautiful blue, white, and red Wild Mind truck. He's on the back stretch, getting ready to go green again here soon. Looking real quick at the National Guard Chevrolet, the number 83 by Marcus Tracy. He took a lot of damage in that wreck. Looks like he opted to do some physical repairs, not a fast repair that the Northwest Truck Series has. Got a little bit of damage on him still.
Around the number 10.
Oh, 10
Andy
truck on that charge coming under brakes with as well.
Yeah, Pope looking pretty good right now. Restarted in 4th, but trying to break back into the top 5. Ooh, really close.
10:46, close.
Back behind him to 24 and 78 battling. That is for the 7th position on the racetrack. Ducey on the high side.
Yeah, Mark Walls just hit a little bit of an apron there and almost lost it, got it saved up. He's catching up on the 18 truck. All 18 and 29 were both running into the 67 of Andrew Williams.
For some reason, Williams' truck is not getting off to a good restart here. He's fell back about a second off of the leader of Ryan Maines. Maines is pulled away.
Maines is pulling him walls, and he's just marched off all by himself. So great job. Good to see the 17 taking off and doing what he's doing now. Looking back through the field, everyone is single file as we get back to the 1 and 42. Doing side-by-side battles as Wayne Hutchinson makes a little bit of bobble, grouping up the 28 and the chow.
Yeah, almost pulled in front of his teammate.
Oh man, Gary did a nice little maneuver there while Hutchinson just keeps falling. And
3 wide.
As someone we just made a comment about the Ford truck, Brian Barnes, known for starting in the back and taking his time, he is on the march, making his way back toward the front.
Yeah.
A couple of rookies right behind them, new to the series, Brett Johnson and Nick Kuhn, running 15 and 16. Well, there's a 28 and 1 get together. The Ford truck drives all the way down to the apron to get around.
And rejoining the track here, Trini Barrington, in actually some new paint tonight. He has 11 laps down as we're still up here with that battle. Ooh, Nick Kuhn really slow on the front stretch. Looks like he might have got loose coming out of turn 4.
He sure did. He's got his got all 4 underneath him, and he is trying to get that speed accelerated.
Right now, Brian Barnes fighting with William Fletcher. Fletcher's dropping like a rock right now after... Well, he started in 13th, but he got all the way up to about 8th or 9th before that first caution. And he's under fire from Wayne Hutchinson. Hutchinson having an off night as well.
Yeah, Hutchinson's usually one of the faster guys on the track. And Dee Palmer, who I just realized isn't in the field tonight. Dee Palmer, one of the fast dog bear guys.
Yeah, actually, this is going to be his first DNS for the season. As Wayne Hutchinson just falling back. It's very weird.
Yeah, Hutchinson driving back to P14. Yeah, he is suffering badly. Mark Walls. Not Mark. I'm sorry. Sean Brightsman almost took it. Andy Vogt in the 10 truck. Just got a fender underneath him. Wisely just got out of it in time to keep from putting them all out.
And Brightsman trying to get a run on him. Got about a truck length and a half separating them two as they dive into the corner. Chad Barker on the apron in front of him, though, gets loose. Going to have Walls go to the outside, following Andrew Williamson at 67. Walls is going to make his way up to P number 3. And here comes Vogt and Brightsman trying to get around Barker. Barker on the inside. Vogt's going to have the momentum coming off with a turn. And he's going to get him. Here comes Brightsman to get around the 18 as well. Barker, falling way back there in that 18 truck.
Speaking of falling back, then, just looking at the one truck real quick, Wayne Hutchinson, he is still marching back to the back of the field. He is not having the race that he was looking for at all at this point.
Battle for second. Andrew Williams getting attacked by the 29, Mark Walls on the inside. Williams fighting back on the outside, close to that outside retaining wall. Gonna pull away from Mark Walls, but he's still underneath him at his door. Andrew Williams looks like he's going to smartly get out of it and let Walls take over the second position. Vogt.
In doing that, he left the window open for Vogt. Vogt powering himself underneath there to get around the Hungry Dragon 67 of Andrew Williams.
Ooh, they are close. Working their way off of turn number 2. Vogt pushing up. Andrew Williams, they're side by side, dead even, coming down the back straightaway. And they're actually battling and pulling away from Brightsman behind them. That's a little too close for comfort there, guys. Gonna have to give a little leeway there.
And just behind all these guys, there are 3 wide coming out of 4. The number 4 truck of Brian Barnes diving underneath a little, and Gary LaViolette clearing the pass. That was a little bit of a hairy moment right there, but man, that 4 truck just made a power move, got around all of them.
Good on Barnes here. LaViolette and Fletcher right behind him in the 68-28 respectively, battling each other, working their way in the middle of 3 and 4.
It is One of the things I love about Kansas here is how you can do a lot of maneuvering. You can run out. We'll bring these guys. They are really wearing out their tires for one, which isn't going to help them over the long run. But man,
that 4 has got a really good piece underneath him tonight.
that's the nice big juicy popsicle stick truck. Oh man, I just dropped back here to look at the Ford truck and the 53. These guys are 2x2 Ford 3 deep. Just impressive run for all of these guys, and for the 4 for Brian Barnes to get through all these guys. He's started P15 on that restart. Now he's at P8.
And starting to work that high line here. This should turn into a multi-crew racetrack by halfway. Almost 4 wide back behind him. 68, 28, and 42. That was almost horrible as Scott Hutchison has decided to join the party here. He's right behind this group of trucks. 42, Nathan Little on the outside of the 28 of William Fletcher. Gonna take that spot back. Low on the front stretch to 46 of Sean Breitzman. Gets sideways coming off of turn at number 4. That's going to drop him all the way back to the clutches of Jeff Stabnow in that 24.
Yeah, he, in typical Breitzman style, grabbed a little piece of that apron going through the middle of 4. Really upset that truck, and he had to gather it up and lost a lot of ground.
Well, back out front, Ryan Maines has a 2.5 second advantage over Mark Wall, sitting in position number 2. Andy Vogt in third, about 4 seconds back. Ryan Maines is on rails tonight. Good to see that 17 truck out front leading some laps.
Yeah, looking at the time charts here, Ryan Maines' last lap was at 31.39.
Oh, he's loose.
Oh, my goodness.
Commentator's curse is struck
There
again.
it is.
He's got a hold of it.
There he goes. If he gets that thing going, he's fast enough to run back up to the front right now. Oh, that is just heartbreaking.
He's going to go way, way to the back. He's going to surrender the lead over to Mark Walls, who only has about a 2 2/10 advantage over Andy Vogt at number 10. Now, that 10 is the 17's teammate. So hopefully he doesn't suffer the same fate. As I noticed since a couple laps ago, the 29 has ran the 17's line. 29 was running on the bottom all the way around the track. Ryan Maines was running about middle of the track and having some good time, not exactly getting into the lower groove, but we're going to see if the 17 can bounce back and recover and try to get back to the front.
Yeah, back here to take a look at what the 17 did, and just simply spun the tires coming out of 4, and the truck walked away from him.
Well, the 10 is closing. The gap is now 0.9 of a second between the 10 and the 29. Andrew Williams right behind him, only about a half second back off of the second position. And Barker trying to get around the 67 as well, working that low lane.
The one thing I was trying to point out there, when the 17 did lose it, Mark Walls, Chad Barker, a lot of the Dog Bear guys are turning pretty consistent lap times at about a 30.6. Andy Vogt is turning about a 30.5, and Ryan Maines is still a 10th faster than that. He's 0.2 faster than everyone else on the track right now. His last lap was a 30.4. So no, the Andy Vogt, Ryan Maines, their team has really shown some strength today. This is pretty impressive. Looks like a field. Oh, 17 harder in the wall. Oh, Ryan Maines just lost it again in the exact same spot. Nosed it into the outside safer barrier.
Well, we're going to have to keep an eye on the 10 as well, because that might be some setup stuff. It could just be driver error, but if it's happening like that, in the same spot. It might be something to set up, or he's done burnt the right rear off of that 17 Wild Mind machine.
Yeah, I am looking real hard here on the 10 truck, trying to see if his lines are any different or any other wheel input, or if it's just a slight driver error that's going on there. But the 10 truck, he is still driving fast. He's driving clean. He's got the rear end is staying following the front.
He is closing the gap. About 5 truck lengths separate the leader and second place. Andy Vogt at the line is only 0.4 of a second behind him. He's picking up a tenth every lap.
How unique of a situation is this got to be for Mark Wall?
Flipped on his lid, blew the motor. That 1600 Dragon machine is going to have to come in and take that fast repair, taking the access road now and hitting the pit road as we speak, as the pace car is gathering up the field. Well, actually, the pace car is behind the field. If these guys don't hurry up and check up, there's going to be some consequences.
Yeah, that pace car has been known to bite quite a few people. There it goes. He gets the front.
All right, and we should see everybody in.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually the first pit stop of the race for a lot of these front runners, as a lot of them stayed out.
Anytime you want to give it.
Gonna keep an eye on the exit of pit road as the leaders are now hitting their pit stops.
It looks like Nicholas Bishop spun himself out coming around. I don't know. Oh, yeah, he looks like he got the lucky dog, spun the wheels, and hit the wall.
All right, here we go. Race off the road. It's tight between... Oh, I think Barker got it.
It does look like Chad Barker did, according to the iRacing, has the position.
Looks like Barker, Vogt, Walls, Williams. Wow.
Yeah, while we're trying to figure this out, Katie, do you have a race summary for us?
I do indeed, guys. I hope you're having a good night here. This race is pretty exciting so far. Our leader is currently Chad Barker as he works his way around the track right now. We've completed 34 of the 100 scheduled laps. 2 lead changes, 2 cautions for 6 laps.
And that's our own personal Larry Mack there.
There she is.
Roll Chad.
I don't even know if I have a team anymore.
Already.
I'm in Boise now, so am I sporting the blue turf, or I went to college in Nebraska, go Big Red? I don't know anymore.
Alrighty, well, got him working around. It looks like Ryan Maines back up to the 14th position after his little debacles on the track here. Walls all the way back to position number 3 on that exchange of pit stops. And Brian Barnes entering the top 5 for the first time tonight. Good run out of that popsicle truck. Oh, and look at Scott Hutchinson right behind him. 91.
Right? Yeah, it's just gonna. I'm looking through the field here, checking out Ryan Maines. I'm gonna keep my eyes on him on this restart. His got a nice, big, shiny truck. Looks like he did use that fast repair that the Northwest Truck Series does a lot. He's gone to the backup truck. Hopefully, this one is just as fast as the last one. So it's gonna be exciting to see what happens here.
And Scott Hutchinson has left building, having internet issues.
And Kip Leo has ejected as well.
Yeah, but it looks like he did the more permanent solution. He has disconnected and hung up his virtual helmet for this evening. Pace car is getting them lined up 2 by 2. Lights are off. Gonna definitely keep our eye on that 17. See if he can exercise some patience working through the field. Nicholas Bishop did get the lucky dog, wrecked himself, and still gets to stay on the lead lap. So
that's good. Looks like our only lap down car is Nicholas Bishop, running a 20th spot. I'm sorry, Trent Barrington.
Yes, 91 Scott Hutchinson has received throughput, so he is gone.
Nope.
But not by choice.
All right, so let's see. We're about to go green here. We've got Walls and 10 truck on the not Walls. I'm sorry. The 18 truck is on the pole. In the 10 truck, I'm having brain farts on everybody here.
All right, pace car is off. Chad Barker's got the green flag. Looks like a little bit of team communication there on that restart. Mark Wall's going to go ahead and jump to position number 2. Andy Vogt back to 3rd off that restart. Williams right behind him on his bumper. Brian Barnes falling back. Nathan Little working his outside, working their way off of turn number 2.
And I'm just going to throw out that the 17 truck of Ryan Main is already up in P9, and he is passing trucks left and right at will.
Yeah, there he is working under that 24, of Stab now. Easily.
Oh, that's just impressive. I have amazing speed. That, except for whatever's happening coming out of 4, that truck is just fast.
About smooth as butter back there as right in front of him, the 42 and the 4 going to battle. Brian Barnes on the outside of Nathan Little. Looks like he is going to regain that spot. That is the battle for 6th. Right in front
Stab
of
now,
Mains.
diving low underneath the 17 truck. He thinks he's going to go somewhere with that.
Ooh, up front, Andy Vogt peeking to the inside of the 29 of Mark Walls. Walls is going to slam the door on him. Ooh, check up. It's had have a little bit of an accordion effect for the 67, working their way back down the back stretch.
Oh, right behind them, the 42, 24, 28 almost went 3 wide. The 24 made a bold move to the high side. 28 felt the block, and he tried to go low. And those guys, for about 3 to 5 seconds, had to really think about what they wanted to do for the rest of this race.
And 17, Ryan Mains, that purple and pink Wild Mine. Maybe it's a Toyota tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a Toyota.
It is a Yoda.
Yoda powered. That's the truck is yes.
Yes. No.
That's all.
Here we
I
go.
got. Sorry, guys.
Battle for position number 2. Andy Vogt to the inside of the 29 of Mark Walls. Vogt in that Sasquatch crossing machine. Going to push up a little bit. Walls is trying to squeeze him.
Ooh,
He's going to end up wrecking themselves. Squeezing them like that. Walls in that 29, not giving any inch.
Oh, power move by Vogt. Just established that position, said, this is mine. 29, not happy. Mark threw a bumper on the back of the Vogt's truck and tried to come up on the inside. Vogt coming down, pinching him off.
Well, expect the same thing from the 10. 10 working at high side, really nice. He might run into the wall here, though. Had to back out of it for just a split second. Still passing Walls on the outside. Behind him, Brightsman's working it outside on the 67 of Andrew Williams.
Oh, 29, 29, 29! Woo, he saved it! Oh, he was all sorts of sideways. Meanwhile, look at the outside of him. 17! Ryan Mains started P14. He is now sitting P6.
Yellow's out.
Oh, and here's our yellow.
Trenton Barrington and that 2.
Yep, and as we're going into caution here, guys, real quick, we do apologize again. We are having some internet connection issues for all you guys again on iRacing Live and Off-Camera TV, YouTube. Our Cafe Ole up in Canada is having some internet service provider issues, so they are doing their best coming at you from the U.S., from Canada. So we're doing our best for you. We'll try to keep you update with what we're seeing. Hopefully that'll keep going for you.
I know one thing. I am impressed with that 10.
Holy cow!
That move he
right?
made on walls. That was an excellent move. A lot of racecraft right there. That was primo.
Oh man, that was. And to date, not many people have run Mark Walls that hard. So it is impressive that people who have the speed went ahead and just established themselves and said, "This is mine. I'm gonna take it."
Yeah, we're only looking at about 6 green flag laps. We might be seeing the leaders come in hit road. We're just shy of halfway in the race. Here comes Barker.
There they come. Brightsman almost.
There we go. They should be able to make it on fuel from this stop.
Ooh,
Brightsman's
46.
given okay.
A little bit of hey, what are you doing? Still pushing. Ford truck diving in to get his service. 29 is inside of the 17, and he is behind him, so that's good.
Yeah, everybody's hitting their looks pretty decent right now. Barker, of course, having pit number 1. He's got an advantage here coming in as the leader. Tires.
Oh, there they go.
53.
17 is. Oh man, he did not get a good cone. Get a good start on watching the cone flying around.
Mr. Right side tire himself, Carl Burke, taking 2 on that exchange, and gonna put himself in position number 2.
Man, that was that's Carl Burke is able to pull that off and make that work. He's got some really good. I don't know if it's luck, if it's skill. I don't know what he's got going on, but he is a master of the 2-tire stop.
Well, your lefts wear a lot less than your right sides do, period, and only 6 green flag laps. I'm thinking he's got pretty good.
Stussy, what do we got going back there with the 78?
Something.
Dan Stussy, yeah, he is not having some time. He might be having an internet. I'm going to go with internet connection.
Oh no, he might have black screen there.
Yep. Oh, he took out the 7 while he's doing it. You gotta love and appreciate some hardware connection issues happening all throughout. Ever since our new build here, we've had in this last week a lot of issues here.
Well, that's a crab walk if I've ever seen one. 7 trying to get into his pit stall and get that thing repaired. I don't know if he's already used that fast repair. It looks like he might have. I don't see any damage being repaired on that truck. Ooh. A lot of spotters communicating that this has been a pretty quiet race.
Yeah.
This is only our 3rd caution on the night, which is a lot better than what we've had the last couple of weeks.
Well, in the last couple of weeks, we've been at some interesting tracks. So this is kind of interesting to see what they're doing for the Northwest Truck Series internet.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of maple syrup is clogging up the Ethernet cords. Just kidding. Love you, Canada.
We got Cafe Ole, our producer, God bless him. We are harassing the hell out of him. He is freaking out back there. So good job.
Here we go, back to the green flag, Chad Barker. And
Another
Brightsman is gone.
Start. Look at that.
Brightsman pushing the 18. He wants this lead. Right now, that 46 underneath the 18. Chad Barker going to pull away from him, working their way through the middle of 1 and 2. Brightsman is about a half a truck length off of that 18.
Right behind them, the 83 of Carl Burke doing what he can. Right behind them, the 10 truck and the 4 truck, Andy Vogt and Brian Barnes putting on a clinic while Mark Walls is putting his nose in the effect, trying to make his way back up toward the front.
Yeah, 4 pushing a little high, coming off of turn 4. Had to move the 29 up a little bit. Now, 67, Andrew Williams has gotten passed by both of them. He's on the inside of Walls as Brightsman's taking the lead from Chad Barker. Number 10 is trying to get around the 53 of Andy Vogt, heading off into 3.
And number 10's teammate, number 17 of Ryan Maines, he is patiently looking for a hole to get around the 29 truck, the 67 truck. They are battling side by side. He is looking for any kind of opening to advance toward the front.
Yeah, vote under fire from the 53 at Carl Burke. Now the 53 is on 2 tires right now. He is starting to fade a little bit, but good call from him as he's able to hang up here while getting passed by the 4 blue popsicle truck of Brian Barnes in the middle of 3. Barnes pushes up the racetrack just a little bit. Not going to be able to complete the pass. Going to have to fall back into line.
Right now, the number 7 truck of Brent Johnson rejoining the field on the backstretch. We've got Sean Brightsman taking control of the race, but he is having heavy pressure from the 18 truck of Chad Barker, and Andy Vogt coming on very hard, looking underneath Chad Barker right now, coming on the backstretch, heading into 3.
Vogt is looking, he's got the bumper there. Barker's going to squeeze him down just a little bit. Still plenty of room between both the trucks as we almost have 3 wide right behind him, but still Barker on the outside. Vogt right inside, heading off into 1.
Just behind these guys, a couple of spots back, we have the 67-29 battling side by side. 17 truck of Ryan Maines still trying to find a way to get by these guys, being patient, but yet he's starting to stick his nose in, seeing what he can do to rattle up these guys' cages, and he is upside the 29 right now.
Yeah, Maines still trying to fight his way back up to the top spot. Now this is the top 8 on the track. Brightsman pulling away just a little bit, about 5/10 of a second, excuse me, over the battle for second. Carl Burke's trying to put his hat back in here. Really tight in 1 and 2 between the 10 and the 18. Burke still running in 4th, getting passed by the 4 on the outside, checking up Williams.
Carl Burke kicked a little sideways right in front of Andrew Williams. And Andrew Williams had to come up and avoid taking some drastic maneuvers. 29 is coming alongside the 67, while the 17, he's still looking. 10 truck has established the second position. He is pulled away a little bit from the 18. Chad Barker now on the defensive as Brian Barnes putting some pressure on.
Where did everybody come from tonight? I mean, all of these different names are up here towards the front. I don't know if it's just the moonshine around here or what.
Somebody's got some brand new apple pie moonshine that's made, because these guys are side by side. They are bobbing and weaving, going high, going low. Barker and Vogt having a fantastic run. Barker regaining the bumper of the 10 truck. He is looking low, trying to find a way to get back into that top spot.
Ooh, Burt.
53. Woo!
Yeah,
Burt. Oh, they're still. Almost lost it. No words. No words. I'm glad our video came back on, because man, that was a close maneuver right there.
I'm dead.
I know I'm dying. Through all of that, which hopefully you caught on camera, 53 and 67 almost got together and lost it completely. But 17, Ryan Maines able to take advantage. He's gotten around the 67. He is now catched, and he is looking on the inside of Carl Burke to make his way around, and he is looking at the blue bumper of that 29 truck, and he is salivating.
Whew. Yeah, we are
right?
way past halfway here. 7 laps past halfway to be exact. We got about 43 left to run here tonight. Ryan Maines back here trying to work his magic under Carl Burke, but he's not able to get a run. Andy Vogt, meanwhile, is catching our race leader of Sean Brightsman. Only about 2 truck lengths separate the top. Working out 4 has got a little bit
Oh, 7.
Fletcher hit the 53 pretty hard. And
oh man, yeah, there was a lot of people got clicked into that.
Kuhn just ran into the back of the 17 just about. Did get a little clip, but looks like everybody else should be pretty fine.
Yeah, right now everyone is coming into pit lane, looking at Carl Burke in
Ooh,
53. Oh, everyone's putting on the brakes. 67 almost lost it. They are now in the pit lane, in that magic, about 45 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, trying to get down to the pit lanes and receive service from their crew.
I want to take a closer look at that.
Yeah, Carl Burke is crop dusting down pit lane. I hope he has a fast repair left. Right now, it looks like Stussy is our lucky dog. You're regaining one of his many last laps.
Race off pit road is going to be Brightsman, Vogt, Barker, Barnes, Walls, your top 5.
And
Right.
yeah, so it looks like right now our leader is Sean Brightsman. We've done 59 of 100 laps. We've had 4 lead changes with 4 cautions, and we've had 14 laps under caution thus far.
That was just an unfortunate turn of events there for the 17 and the 53. 53 made a good call to stay out on those 2 tires, and unfortunately 2 trucks cannot occupy the same space.
Isn't there some kind of a time travel scenario around there?
It's possible, but it's a little too late for that. Nathan Little looks like he's returning to the pit lane for some strange reason. He's got a lot of front end damage to that.
Yep, 17 is back in the pits. He's looking, his rear wing is really pretty badly bent out there. I'll hopefully get some more service from his crew.
Yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. He did take his fast repair off of his last time through the pits when he made his little boo-boo.
Sorry. Checking through the field here, and I had a close-up on Trenton Barrington. If you guys chance to zoom in on the back of Trenton's truck, he's got a push here sign, which is quite adorable. Sorry, I thought that was interesting.
Oh, nice. Fair enough. I just want to jump in, guys, real quick and give you another race summary here. Our current leader is Sean Brightsman in the 46 truck. Leading this race, he has led 11 laps so far. We have completed 60, coming to 61 of the scheduled distance of 100 laps here at Kentucky. We've had 4 lead changes so far and 4 cautions for 15 laps. Roll time.
All right, yeah, looking at quite the race for Andy Vogt. This is impressive what he's able to do, and if he's able to get past his 46 and establish that lead, we're able to make it the rest of this way on tires alone, or on fuel. So it's a matter of who's going to have the best tires if this thing goes green for the next, what do we got, 20-something laps?
Yeah, roundabout.
30 laps?
38 when we take the green flag.
I don't math. I'm in Idaho. Looking through the field here real quick, our first timer Nick Kuhn in the 19 truck, he is sitting right dead smack in the middle of this field. Having so far a pretty decent night, involved in a couple little incidences, but his truck looks good. So nice little shout out to the American Cancer Society, getting represented pretty decent there for its first time out.
Yeah, good for a showing for him. Pace car is going to have the field working its way off of turn number 4. Sean Brightsman with teammates in that bottom row, 3 deep. Going to take the green flag here, and he's gone, and we are back underway here in Kentucky for the Sim Stuff 150.
Yeah, those Dogberry guys working together are able to do really good, strong pit stops, which give them some good advantage. But look at that 67 coming up underneath the 10 truck. 29 is also establishing himself under the 18. Walls wants to be up front. He is not liking being in the back, not liking having to fight for his positions.
He's got a teammate outside of him right now. Oh, they're pretty close right there. Maybe a little bumper shot. Crossover.
Barker all the way down on the black of the apron and sliding back up. Great move by Chad Barker in the M&M's Walls Beard Company truck there.
To no avail, though. Really slow through 1 and 2. Andy Vote's going to get around him on the outside, as well as Barnes going to at least get there to his outside. Down on him.
Well, you know, a little hard driving here and there. It's kind of a tit for tat going on.
Oh, yeah. It's expected here.
Oh, yeah.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty.
We've only got 34 laps remaining in this race. 10 Truck is trying to clear the 4. These guys are exchanging nose to nose, just making their ways around. 1867. 67 is crawling up underneath the 18 Truck. Chad Barker feeling the heat of the spicy dragon sauce here. These guys are, oh my gosh, they're running so hard.
Yeah, Brian Barnes has got around the 10 of Andy Vote for third, actually. Maybe that damage did affect that 10 Truck a little bit, as Wayne Hutchinson back here, side-by-side battle with the 24 of Stab now working their way off turn 2. He's making a resurgence. He's back into the top 10 finally.
Yeah, Stab now looked really fast, really good early on tonight. Got lost and shuffled back to the back. Of course, we're watching Ryan Maines, Andy Vote having a great, amazing race. Sean Brightsman leading the way. So a couple of these guys who we normally see running towards the front, getting a little shuffle in the back. But hey, he's running a great race tonight. He's back in the top 10 and looking good. Crawling through also Wayne Hutchinson. He has found himself in P8, looking strong as well. Whatever issues he had this morning, or this morning, beginning of this race, he's gotten pretty much cleaned up.
Number 4, Brian Barnes is getting ready to put some work on that 29, bringing the 10 of Andy Vote with him, and they're all catching the leader at the same time. Brightsman getting ready to fall into the clutches of 3 very hungry drivers.
Yeah, these guys all of a sudden, all at once. I don't know if Brightsman, we missed it and maybe lost some speed somewhere, but all 29, 4, and 10 all coordinated right on his bumper. Oh, 10 lost a lot of momentum there. Andy Vote lost about 0.3 of a second on that little grouping, and Mark Walls is right. Mark Walls, I'm sorry. Chad Barker crawled right up on the backside of the 10 Truck.
And Brian Barnes making it interesting for Mark Walls, trying to make it interesting for the 46, working their way through the final 2 corners on the racetrack. Coming off of turn 4, Barnes has got a pretty decent run. Here we go. Barnes to the inside of the 10, or the 29, excuse me. He's there.
Oh, he is. Oh, he's going to clear him. Can he pull it off? Slide up a little bit. Oh, yeah, this is much better.
Here we go. Barnes on the inside, 29, working at high line. May have the momentum coming off of turn number 4. 3 wide.
3 wide. Oh, the 10 Truck wisely got him in there. Vote wisely lifted off, let everyone get nose to tail again.
I said smartly earlier. I just realized that.
Smartly. Is that just a big league race?
Roundabout. Here we go. Back on the attack. Barnes to the inside. Backs off a little bit. Gonna make the 10 check up just a tad. Barnes gonna try this high side out. See how he likes that. Gonna get a good run coming off of turn number 4. The 10. If he's got any damage, it's got to be affecting him from that little contact with 29 earlier on in this run. Got to be doing something. We almost have a 6-horse race right here. Here goes Walls to the inside of Brightsman. This is the battle for the lead. The 4 trying to put his head into the ring. 4 going to the outside of Brightsman. Ooh, this is not going to be good. Walls pushing up. Here comes Vote.
Oh, Walls throws a block.
And here comes Barker and Williams into the fray.
This
is not going to be good.
Oh man, this is some of the most intense racing we've ever seen in 2 seasons now. The Northwest Truck. We've got 25 laps to go coming to the line here, and these guys are racing like there's only 3 to go.
Ooh, a little bit of touch between the 10 and the 10's loose.
Oh, into the
Nope, there he goes. Caution.
10 truck
Caution on the
knows it as
Speedway.
well.
Vote loose underneath the 18 and just lost it and put it into the 67 just a tad bit. Wow.
Yeah, looking again at this. It's the same thing that happened to Ryan Maines. Coming out of the corner, the rear end just steps out just a touch. That's got to be... Yeah, he's got a little bit of a nose and hood damage there. That is so unfortunate for the 10 truck. But I believe that's his first damage he's taken all race. If he's able to get a fast repair, get back out there, there is enough time he can be able to hold this off.
25 laps to go. Last run about 12 laps. We will see everybody down.
All right, let's see. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying we're coming into the pit lane. 46 leading the way to the pit stalls. Ford truck of Brian Barnes in second. Mark Walls in third. Chad Barker 18 in the 18 truck sitting in fourth, and Andrew Williams sitting fifth. Everyone's peeling off, looking at the service of their digital crew.
28 of William Fletcher is your lucky dog here. Back to the lead lap. We're going to put 19 trucks back onto the lead lap here. Vote going to go all the way from about 4th to 5th, all the way back to 14th. Here comes Bryceman, wins the race off pit road. Barnes in second, Walls in third, Williams and Barker, your top 5 with a very close Burke.
Yeah, I want to take note. Actually, Andy Vogt overshot his pit box there. I was watching him come on in, and he just clearly his tires were not ready for that. Slid on through, and he had to back up. That lost him a lot of time, so he ended up losing more positions than he needed, and he is back to 16th. He'll gain one of those positions back because William Fletcher, as you just mentioned, received the lucky dog, so he'll have to go to the back of the pack for this restart. So Andy should be up to 15th come lineup time.
That is not unsurmountable, right?
No, I don't think so.
If you look how Maines made his way through the pack, I don't believe it is.
Yeah, right now, you're gonna have the 46 and the 29, two dog bear teammates starting on the inside, and actually, I think Chad Barker is also going to be there. So you have 3 dog bear guys who are going to obviously communicate and be able to take off and get a great start. So Brian Barnes on the high side, Andrew Williams, hopefully they're able to communicate as well and get a good start. We've seen the Ford truck is faster than the 46 and the 29. We've seen that Burke can run with these guys. Let's see if these guys are able to stay with him on the restart and take advantage of what they have to offer over the 10-lap run.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see this play out here in the last 20 laps of the Sim Stuff 150. I want to thank Sim Stuff for sponsoring this race. I believe they have a Facebook page on Facebook. That's where you have Facebook pages. And they
better than MySpace, right?
Depends on. I like top 8s, so but they can take care of your sim racing needs. Sometimes they have some used stuff, some brand new stuff. Go find them on Facebook at Sim Stuffs. And thank you for sponsoring the race. Lights are off the pace car.
Yeah, we are coming to green this time by real quick summary. We've got Sean Brightsman sitting as our leader. 79 laps ran. We've got 100 total laps we're going to do. So far we have had 4 lead changes, 5 cautions for a total of 20 laps. Let's see if we can go green the rest of the way, and see if 17 of Ryan Maines and where did he go? Andy Vogt sitting back here in 14th, 15th, that they're able to reel back in these leaders on a good quality restart.
Well, the unfortunate thing is Dog Bear is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9th.
Oh, geez, yeah, that all on the inside lane. But as we've seen, the high side has come in. Maybe the 4 and the 67 can pull it off. Keep up. Yeah, that is just an all Dogberry inside lane.
All right, here comes the pace car out of turn number 4 with the field stacked up 2 by 2. Bryceman's going to have command over the restart. We're going to have 20 to go as he hit the line. Breitzman is gone. Green flag is back out into the air here in Kentucky.
Bryceman did not wait for any of his teammates. He is leaving back to Mark Wall, Chad Barker, and in the dots. Right now, he is down up in the and Ford truck of Barnes.
Parker had showing 4.2 the position almost to right. Yeah. 20 inside we're back on the high side.
Oh, right behind you want sorry, I'm getting upset. Hold on. Click your key. Key. Find me. Oh my gosh. You know, I was in front of them. These guys. Oh, the teammates said, now that's not our side.
Yeah. This is 17 old. Yeah, it's just an inch there. It says
it's wing damage. Check it out.
Barnes up here trying to. We're gonna stack him up one more time. That's gonna give Barnes the inside lane on this restart.
Andy Vogt and Ryan Maines are sitting P11, P12 together.
What we had there was failure to communicate.
Right? Yeah, we got about 4 more laps ran. Our lucky dog right now is Johnson. He is 3 laps down, regaining 1 more lap. So he'll be the only car 2 laps down. Trent Barrington 9 laps down, just behind him in 21st position.
Now we only got 3 green flag laps on these tires. You think you're gonna come down?
Oh God, no. No, we're gonna be. Oh,
ooh.
Yeah, we had some damage happen in the back here real quick. Let's see what the heck that was.
It
all
was
about.
a wreck on the back, guys. Wreck on the back. What happened was
Ooh,
the
83.
You're right. Took 2 trucks out.
Yep, 83 just overdrove. Did not check up. Collected out the first time runner. Sorry, lost it there for a moment.
No, Barnes came into pit.
What? Barnes? Oh, he got suckered by Brightsman and Walls. They both peeled off at the very last moment.
Pretty much everybody else stayed out. That's going to pretty much take the fastest truck out there on the track out of contention now.
Oh, man. Oh, that kills me.
Dirty, dirty, dirty.
Well, I don't know about the fastest truck on the track. Andy Vogt sitting there in 9th. He is in striking distance still. And again, we do apologize for our internet issues tonight. For those of you who are able to hear us.
Yeah. Barnes getting a pretty nice fake out. And gonna shuffle him all the way back here behind.
Yeah, he took that hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, he sure did. Right now, I'm gonna give you a quick top 5. We got the 46 of Sean Breitzman out on point right now. Down to Mark Walls in P2. Chad Barker, very hungry for his first win on the season. He is in 3rd. Andrew Williams as well, hungry for his first win on the season. In position number 4, and Carl Burke, Mr. Two Tire, making it work and still sticking in 5th.
And right behind them, Wayne Hutchinson having a much better last half of the race, sitting in 6th. Gary Nichols, name we haven't think we've called really at all tonight, having a great run in 7th. Jeff Stabnow in 8th. Andy Vogt in 9th. And Ryan Maines, Mr. Spun himself around twice now, is back up to 10th. So,
I want to catch you guys up on the back of the pack real quick while we're under caution. Drew Lalonde did not start the race, practice, but didn't put down a qualifying effort and never logged a lap. Kip Leo, Scott Hutchinson, they decided to call it a night. They are in 22nd and 23rd, respectively. The 2 of Trenton Barrington is the last driver, still active. He is 12 laps down in 21st. In 20th is Brett Johnson, who is 2 laps down. Nick Kuhn is 1 lap down after that incident under caution right there. So that means we have 18 drivers still on the lead lap. I apologize.
Leadle.
Right? So looking at what we have going on here, Mark Walls is on the high side. We've got Dog Bear in 1, 2, and 3. Andrew Williams and Carl Burke are both a part of Atlas Racing, Atlas finishers. And then Gary Nichols, one of the independents out here, sitting in 5th. So this is 6th, excuse me. This is going to be an interesting restart we got going on here.
Yeah,
a lot riding on this.
Lights are off the pace car. We're going to go back to green with 12 laps to go. Prepare yourself for another caution.
Right.
Cautions breed cautions.
We are going to ride along with Andrew Williams on the high side behind the 29 truck of Mark Walls. See what his bird's eye view looks like as we go back to green flag racing, coming through 3 and 4 here, looking for the green flag. These guys right now, it's one of the most tense-filled moments. Knuckles are white. You are trying to anticipate everything you can and see what that pace car pulls off and what Brightsman does.
Here we go. Brightsman. He's gone. A little better jump out of the 29 and the 18. Williams already down to the bottom of the track. Going to protect his 5th place. Or 4th place.
Oh,
there it is.
Hard in the wall. There it is.
One is on his lid. And Barker got Oh, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to put Andy Vogt up to 7th.
Looky. And Maines right behind him in 8th.
That's still a lot of traffic between that and the point here. Now, if you're Brightsman, you're pretty much going to want to do just what you did. Walls and Barker.
Leave your teammates out to dry?
Yes.
And while we're looking at that, Brett Johnson in the 7th truck got yet another lucky dog. He's now going to be 1 lap down.
You know, that's how it should be, you know. Pretty much when you get down to about 10, 15 to go, you got teammates around you. It's every man for himself. No pull over, let me win. No, you know, hey, block this guy for me, this, that, or the other. Just go out there and race. That's how it should be.
All right, now I am looking at that 18 truck in his last couple of restarts he's had. He has shown some amazing speed, especially on the short runs. And look what we've got right now, a short run.
Yes, indeed.
As much as I'm enjoying what the 10 and 17 have to offer tonight, and it's been a fantastic show, I'm going to put my money on that 18 truck to pull off his first win of the season.
Interesting. I'm kind of looking at the 46 right now. As long as he can get out to a good jump, like he has in previous restarts. I mean, we really don't have that many green flag laps on these tires anyway. Still just a 4 because they wrecked pretty much coming back to the stripe. So, gonna have probably right around 7 to go when they go back to green. green.
Yeah.
I want to be in that catbird seat.
If they can run to the green, run to the checkered, not have another caution, I think that 18 truck is gonna be there. I think the 29, he's gonna try real hard. I think 67 on his outside is gonna be able to hopefully maybe put a bumper on that 29. The rest of those cats in the back, I don't know if they're gonna be able to affect this too much unless they bring out some yellows. And once we do go green, they got about 2 laps of green before iRacing yellows will run the rest of the race to the checkered under caution. So hopefully we'll be able to put in a full 7 green flag laps.
Do get the lights off the pace car this time by. Rack them back up and get these guys back underway here.
And real quick to look, Sean Brightsman has locked up the most led laps tonight. He's had 43 laps to date. Second most laps have been led by Ryan Maines in the 17 truck at 24. Chad Barker's run 16 laps, and Mark Walls has run 9 laps at the point. So we are communicating, getting ready to do hopefully what would be our last race run of the night. Here, yeah, this is getting intense. You can look at these trucks as they're positioning themselves. These are these top 4 guys. They are all hungry for a win. Mark Walls has been the most dominant truck all season, but he's got 3 guys around him who are dying to show some power.
Well, Brightsman is a previous winner this season. See if he can rack up his 2nd win. Chad Barker, you know he wants that first win on the season. Brightsman stacks him up. He's gone. Green flag back out onto the speedway. Teammates side by side. Andrew Williams going to go to the inside of the 18. Got 53 all over him as we have 17 having a little bit of connection issues behind him. Here comes Andrew Williams for 2nd underneath Mark Walls running out of the stretch.
Look at that restart. Chad Barker did not get a good start. Andrew Williams, the opposite of that, he is taking off. But Mark, 18 truck coming in fast, closing the gap.
Oh, they're going to wreck.
Oh, these
so
guys are
close.
just begging to wreck. 24 all the way in the apron. He's going to have to get that thing up back onto the track, which he does able to do.
67 just got loose in 3 and 4. Barker's going to push up almost into the 53 of Carl Burke. Carl Burke into 4th around
Go
the
Burke.
18.
Look who's in right behind them. You got the 10 truck of Andrew Vogt putting pressure on the 18. Meanwhile, our leader, lead over Mark Walls. Oh, God. And the 10 and the 4 truck are on a mission.
I don't know. They might get there. They're running out of time, but they might get that Burke into the wall.
53 Burke almost loses at 10 and 4, moving around him fast. Barnes restarted P10 up to P4, just driving.
Oh, and he about ran out of real estate right there. Coming to 3 to go. They are quickly running out of time, but I believe Vogt and Barnes might be able to catch them. There goes Vogt on the inside. Barnes to the outside. Don't know if they're going to make it off of turn 2 here. Burns might be in the wall. He's in the
Barnes
wall.
is in the wall. 4 truck pulling off the wall. Oh, down in front of the 53. Carl Burke trying to get around him. 3 wide for a moment there. 18 moving around the 4 truck as well. Right now, our leader is Sean Brightsman. He is just ahead of Mark Walls. Mark Walls is close up to the bumper. Not going to try to pass right at this point. We have 2 laps to go. And it looks like the 10 truck is sitting comfortably in 3rd, but there is some action going on right behind them.
Yeah, Brightsman making his way off of turn number 2. He's only got 6 more corners to go before he takes the checkered flag. As long as Mark Walls doesn't have anything to say about it, Walls running the absolute bottom lane that he possibly can, getting as close to the apron as he can. Here we go, white flag in the air for Brightsman.
Following up just real quick, coming to the white line themselves, the 67 Force, 83 or 53, excuse me, and 18, all lined up nose to tail. They were battling 2 by 2, but now they are tucked in and running clean. Going back, 18.
Doesn't matter now.
Into the wall hard.
Here is turns number 3 and 4 for Sean Brightsman. He just needs to make his way off of 4. Coming out of the turn, Sean Brightsman is going to win here in Kentucky.
And there goes Mark Walls in piece 2. Andy Vogt locking up 3rd position. Andrew Williams in 4th. Brian Barnes looks like he's calmed down in the 5th. Carl Burke in 6th. Oh, man, these guys, what a race this week at Kentucky. This has been amazing.
This has definitely got to be the most exciting race I've seen.
Oh, man, our viewers out there, I am so sorry. You guys have gotten about half of a race. These guys, the race they've put on. Andrew Vogt locking up a P3. Amazing run for these guys. And I believe that is a first career top 5 for Andy Vogt.
Nope.
Fantastic.
That'll be his second career.
Second career top 5.
First top 5 of the season.
There it is.
He finished 3rd in Chicagoland last year.
Oh man, what a finish! Hats off to Brightsman. Fantastic race. Mark Walls struggled, came back, finished really great. Andrew Vogt, Andrew Williams, Brian Barnes from nowhere to the front again. Ah, my gosh, so many stories through and through.
All right, and here are your unofficial results for the Sim Stuff 150 at Kentucky. You got Sean Brightsman, your winner here tonight. Mark Wall is going to come home runner-up. Andy Vogt in 3rd. Andrew Williams 4th. Brian Barnes rounds out your top 5. Carl Burke, Mr. Two-Tire, going to come in home in 6th. 7th goes to William Fletcher out of nowhere. Gary LaViolette out of nowhere comes back in 8th. Stab now in 9th. And Ryan Maines fights back after early adversity to round out your top 10. Dan Stussy in 11th. Nathan Little 12th. Marcus Tracy 13th. Scott Kukas with a good run in 14th on the lead lap. And 15th goes to Nicholas Bishop. The first truck 1 lap down will be Chad Barker, unfortunately with the last lap incident. Brett Johnson in the 7 and 17th. 2 laps down is the 19 of Nick Kuhn in 18th. And 19th went to Gary Nichols. Wayne Hutchinson in 20th. Trenton Barrington 21st. Scott Hutchinson 22nd. And Kip Leo is going to round out your field in 23rd.
And Sean Brightsman just finished his burnout.
Yeah, that was an extremely exciting race, and we've already got our first interviewee ready to go. That is, of course, the gentleman that finished in 3rd position, the 10 of Andy Vogt, driving that beautiful Sasquatch Crossing truck there. Andy, how's it going?
It's going great.
Fantastic. Well, walk us through your night. You finally got your first top 5 finish of this season. How do you think it went for you?
It was great, minus the spin that I had. Truck was set up. It was running really nice. Just keeping up with everybody up at the front runners. It was a little disappointing when I smelled. I think I lost the win on the spoiler, and I just couldn't keep the back end down there on the ground. I knew that the truck was capable of keeping up with everybody, so I just pushed hard those last 20 laps. It's too bad it couldn't have stayed green, because I think I probably could have gotten back up there even further.
Andrew, don't sell yourself short there, man. You were the fastest truck on the track. You weren't able to keep up with them. You were beating these guys, which is, I think, the first time we've seen that from you and your teammate Ryan Maines since you guys have gotten together, which is just hats off to what you guys have accomplished for this track.
I'd like to thank my sponsor, Sasquatch Crossing. She's basically a single person company that builds pipes. You can use them for tobacco or for those states that are legal, other purposes as well. And they're all hand built, handcrafted, unique, one of a kind, made out of stone that's found in the Northwest.
Yeah, we've seen your website for the Sasquatch Crossing. Beautiful, beautiful pieces that they've had there. So, guys, if you're out there, go ahead and check them out. See what they have to offer, and buy yourself a couple of pieces. Andy, thank you for joining us up here in the booth. Congratulations, you and Ryan earned yourself a beer. Go and enjoy, and we will see you next week at Daytona.
Looking forward to it.
All right, but appreciate it. Again, that was Andy Vogt in that 10 truck having an excellent race with his teammate, as we mentioned before, Ryan Maines. I think early on we thought definitely one of them might take it. Andy obviously finishing as close as he could up to the front, but unfortunately got beat out by this next guy that we are going to pull in. Goes by the name of Mark Walls in the 29 truck, finished in second position. Mark, you got us?
10-4.
Fantastic. Well, walk us through your race, but it seemed like you had a pretty nice truck under you. You led 9 laps on the night, not as many as we were used to seeing you. It seemed, for the most part, you were still pretty fast, able to hang in the top 5, top 10 all night. Walk us through it.
Yeah, that race was eventful. There was so many trucks with just sheer power going to the front. I never quite got the line figured out. Kentucky's not one of my strongest places to race, so just kind of played it conservative. I knew we were going to have some door banging, some wrecks, so just kind of bide my time, slow, steady, smooth, and brought it home P2.
Yeah, Mark, I'm so flabbered from watching this race. There's so much intensity going on there. You ran mid-pack a little bit. You ran towards the front. You had quite a few trucks around you who were just as fast as what you were able to crank out. You had to drive that truck real hard tonight. What was going on? I know there's a few times you're running fourth, third in there, and you guys were cutting back and forth. What was your strategy about the just past halfway point when you're really in that heat?
Yeah, try not to get the wall. Believe it or not, I couldn't loosen the truck up enough. it needed to be super loose, and I just ran out of options to free that thing up. So trying to keep it off the wall, smooth and consistent. There was some grip on the high line at times, depending on restarts and where you were. So it's hard when you get back in traffic. You want to get back up the front as quick as you can, but a lot of times you end up wrecked doing that. So just patience definitely paid off. And man, I'm glad to see Sean back up there in victory lane. He was fast.
Oh yeah. Hey, next week you guys are going off to Daytona. You got a good setup for there?
Oh, we're always ready for Daytona. Always. And it's going to be in a sunny condition. We're done with this night stuff for a while, thank God. We're going to go
day race.
Put it under the sun and heat up the track and slide around a little bit.
There you go. All right, man. Give us a couple of shout outs and let's get this going.
Yeah, I want a big shout out to Drew Lalonde and since for putting the race sponsor on for us. Big partners for the series and everything that we do, even with Dog Bear Racing. Thank Walls Beard Co. Another strong run. We'll just keep plugging away at it. Got to thank the Hungry Dragon, Sasquatch Crossings, Bolt Vapes, OCTV. You guys do amazing work. I can't wait to go back and watch this. I know it was intense. It was intense from the driver's seat. I can only imagine what you guys saw. And we're going to Daytona.
All right, man. We'll see you guys next week on the right. Blah, blah, blah. I've lost it. We'll see you next week at Daytona here at Off Camera Television. You have yourself a great time, and we will see you in 7 days.
Right on.
Fantastic. And again, that was Mark Walls in the 29 truck, doing a great job bringing that Walls Beard Co. truck across the line in second position tonight. But he was beat out for the top spot by the 46 of Sean Breitzman, bringing it home in the top spot there. Sean, you got us?
Gotcha.
Fantastic. Well, I don't know about you, but that truck seemed pretty fast. I don't know what you experienced in the truck, but it looked like you had that thing nailed to the ground and you were ready to go. And you led 51 laps out of 100, so you easily held the most laps led I mean, even right across the midway point, you were doing a great job. So walk us through it. Tell us about your race.
Overall, the Walls Beard Co. Toyota Tundra was was definitely on rails. We did have to make some in-race tweaks and loosen her up a little bit, but she was flying. Overall, after the Q run, qualifying sixth, and Chad getting the pole, awesome job to him. We just kind of were riding. I was trying to feel it out, see what
What's going on there? But from our perspective, fantastic racing and an amazing show. Uh, Now you got up into the lead and you dominated lap count wise. What were you seeing on your in your mirrors, or were you looking at what was going on in those battles behind you?
I was definitely watching, seeing what lines other people were running, because I honestly didn't feel like I was that quick, and trying to see where they were going. Brian Barnes looked to be like the man on the mission, and he was running up high, it looked like. So I was trying to run higher, but I couldn't quite get his line down.
Yeah, he was hooked up by the wall. That was he had so many amazing launches coming out of the corners, and just the ability to pass the truck was fantastic on his part.
Yeah, it was definitely definitely probably one of the best races I've been in the Northwest Truck Series. I'm sure it was probably the best one you guys broadcasted.
Oh my gosh, hats off to all of you guys. You brought the show tonight. You made it easy for us to call out an amazing race. We appreciate what you're able to do out there on the track with yourself and all of Dog Bear Racing and the entire Northwest crew.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And oh yeah, apron. I got the apron in there,
Oh,
so that makes
you did.
continuing the trend.
You definitely caught a piece of that, and you saved it so it didn't wreck it out, and that was good. All right, man. Real quick, any more shout outs you want to give out? Then we'll wrap up this year's show.
I just got to say thanks to Sim Stuff for sponsoring the race, Northwest Truck Series for getting everybody together here, Walls Beard Co. of course, Sasquatch Crossing, Volt Vapes, OCTV, Hungry Dragon, all of you guys there in the booth calling the race for us. That's like say every week when I get a chance to talk to you guys do an amazing job.
Well, we appreciate it, man. We'll see you guys next week in Daytona.
See you.
Once again, that was Sean Brightsman in the 46 truck, bringing it home in first position here at Kentucky for his second win of the season. Doing a great job in that truck as he beat out his teammate Mark Walls for the win towards the end there after leading 51 of 100 laps here. And guys, I want to do a quick wrap up by saying I think my driver of the race has to go to the 4 of Brian Barnes, qualified in 21st, and only because he didn't put down a lap. He just did not qualify and ended up finishing in 5th position after challenging for the lead quite a few times. So quite impressed with him, and I think that is definitely my driver of the race.
I'm gonna echo you there. Barnes was fantastic. As we pointed out early in the race, he was trailing around 15th, 16th, 17th. And the next thing you know, he was top 5 and running strong. Hats off to Maines and oh man, I'm brain for it. The 10 and the 17 the vote. Those guys had a fantastic run, which was impressive. But yeah, Barnes, just what he was able to do tonight on his own there and power through the field, it's just impressive to watch.
Yeah, definitely one of the more entertaining races that we've had the privilege of calling for the Northwest Truck Series here on OCTV. Like we said, next week we will be in Daytona for the Hungry Dragon 162 underneath the sunlight for next Thursday night at midnight Eastern, 9 Pacific, but for Cafe Olay on the ones and twos, Donovan Johns and Katie Reed. I am Weston Mess. We are OCTV, and we are out. Thank you for watching.